Okay, saturate yourself in God's Word. Deuteronomy 11. As God's people were preparing to enter the promised land, he told them what they would need to do in the future if they were to hold the land that he had prepared for them. You shall therefore impress these words of mine on your heart and on your soul, and you shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as frontals on your forehead. You shall teach them to your sons, talking of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk along the road, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. You shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates, so that your days and the days of your sons may be multiplied on the land. Deuteronomy 11:18 through 21. The recipe for Israel's success, prosperity, and permanence was one for adults to fix God's word firmly in their own hearts, and then two for them to thoroughly inculcate the word in children, reinforcing it over and over through a variety of manners. The Bible's directive for longevity in the land was not lost on America's leaders, and from the first there was strong emphasis on ensuring that America's youth had an intimate familiarity with God's Word. This was evident in America's educational laws, institutions, and textbooks. For more on this, see the commentary accompanying Psalm 119:11, Proverbs 1:7, Ecclesiastes 12, and John 17. Reflective of this conviction, founding father Benjamin Rush wrote an extensive policy paper on why the Bible should always remain the textbook of American schools. Dr. Rush, known as the father of public schools under the Constitution, is responsible for starting 5 universities and penning several textbooks. Notice some of the excerpts from his 1791 A Defense of the Use of the Bible as a School Book. I promise to give you my reasons for preferring the Bible as a school book to all other compositions. I shall assume the 5 following propositions. 1. That Christianity is the only true and perfect religion, and that in proportion as mankind adopt its principles and obey its precepts, they will be wise and happy. That a better knowledge of this religion is to be acquired by reading the Bible than in any other way. 3. That the Bible contains more knowledge necessary to man in his present state than any other book in the world. 4. That knowledge is the most durable and religious instruction, most useful when impaired in early life. 5. That the Bible, when not read in schools, is seldom read in any subsequent period of life. My arguments in favor of the use of the Bible as a school book are founded in the constitution of the human mind. The memory is the first faculty which opens in the minds of children. Of how much consequence, then, must it be to impress it with the great truths of Christianity before it is preoccupied with less interesting subjects? There is peculiar aptitude in the minds of children for religious knowledge. I have constantly found them, in the first 6 or 7 years of their lives, more inquisitive upon religious subjects than upon any others. And an ingenious instructor of youth has informed me that he has found young children more capable of receiving just ideas upon the most difficult tenets of religion than upon the most simple branches of human knowledge. It would be strange if it were otherwise, for God creates all his means to suit all his ends. We are subject by a general law in our natures to what is called habit. Now, if the study of the Scriptures be necessary to our happiness at any time of our life, the sooner we begin to read them, the more we shall be attached to them. There is a wonderful property in the memory which enables it in old age to recover the knowledge it had acquired in early life after it had been apparently forgotten for 40 or 50 years. Of how much consequence, then, must it be to fill the mind with that species of knowledge in childhood and youth which, when recalled in the decline of life, will support the soul under the infirmities of age and soothe and smooth the avenues of approaching death. The Bible is the only book which is capable of affording this support to old age, and it is for this reason that we find it resorted to with with so much diligence and pleasure by such old people as have it as by such old people as have read it in early life. In contemplating the political institutions of the United States, I lament that we waste so much time and money in punishing crimes and take so little pains to prevent them. We profess to the Republicans, and yet we neglect the only means of establishing and perpetuating our Republican forms of government, that is, the universal education of our youth in the principles of Christianity by means of the Bible. For this divine book, above all others, favors equality among mankind, that respect for the laws and all those sober and frugal virtues which constitute the soul of republicanism. For more information on the Bible and republicanism, see the commentary accompanying Exodus 18:21, and Dr. Rush's full piece on the Bible in schools is available at wallbuilders.com. That's it.